And so moving on to the comments, EJ, take away on the first one.
If I pray for a sign, any sign at all, anything that happens after that can be considered that sign.
So obviously remembering that we're taking comments from the whole episode, that one has to do with somebody sort of making this claim that they had prayed for a sign and then received a sign. If I recall, it was like knocking sounds. But that's kind of the point. You can do this with anything. Like, please, if there out there is a universe pooping troll, do something to tell me your presence is there. And then if you're constantly looking for something that it isn't immediately obvious what that source is, you quickly go to, oh, well, that's my sign from the troll.
You know, when I was younger and I first learned about God at about age 8 or 9, I think I was, me being the little scientist that I was, because I went to all the science camps and whatnot, I started doing experiments where I would think, you know, okay, God, if you're real, move that pencil. And then I would wait, and then nothing happened. And I would do little experiments like that, just every couple of days, just like seeing if maybe there'll be a sign or not. And, you know, there never was.
See, I want to now be the theist, because I've been one and I know what some of them are going to think. And some of them are going to think like, oh, but that's proof that they know, that EJ knows that there's some God. Like, why would they test something that they don't think is probably there? And so I want to clarify, EJ, you tell me if you have this experience. I did the pencil thing too, to verify whether or not I was actually a Jedi.
I also did it for, I don't know if anybody's read Matilda by Roald Dahl. I loved Matilda growing up. And so I read Matilda and I was like, okay, her whole thing is that she's so smart that, like, if she focuses hard enough, she can use her extra brain power that's not being used to, like, move things with her mind. And so I would do experiments like that where I'd be like, okay, I'm staring at, because there's this scene in the book where she, like, stares at a cigar on her dresser and then, like, it rolls off. And so I would stare at objects on a thing and, like, wait for it to roll. So, like, maybe I just like testing things like that.
Deep down, you know you're a Matilda.
Clearly.
Obviously.
I have magic powers. You just don't know it yet. Jinx, Randy, come at me.
Oh, get that $1 million. I hope it's still up for grabs. Here's the last comment on that video. Stop spelling out M-A-I-L for your email address. How stupid do you think your audience is? If someone thinks it's M-A-L-E, they are probably on the wrong video to begin with. Okay, here's the thing. Eric and Jamie are both too nice to reply to that comment the way I'm going to. The question is, how stupid do they think the audience is? I'm not saying it's all the audience, but I've engaged with flat earthers in the comments.
Oh boy.
They're not all geniuses.
Yeah. Yeah. I've spent more time than I probably should have replying to comments. I have to agree.
That was my nice way of not saying, like, how stupid do you think they are? Real stupid.
Fucking morons! No.
Morons! Yep. I love being on a show where I can say fuck, by the way. I don't do it on my show because it's supposed to be a family resource for people who have questions. And so I don't want a Mormon to come and go, well, I'm leaving because he just said the ass word.